Hello, you have tuned into the all-new DeVikeoLive Show, a show that's engaging, entertaining, and exciting. On today's show, we have a special guest, Resound. We have that thinking moment in an all-new segment, Culinary Moment with DeVikeo. So go ahead, sit back, relax, and welcome our host, DeVikeo J.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Thank you so much. This is episode number 2 of the all-new DeVikeoLive Show. I am so excited that you have joined me on this adventure. I'm excited just to have you here. This is our Christmas special, as you can tell from my ugly sweater. I told you guys last show that we're going to pull out the ugly sweaters for this show, so that's exactly what we decided to do. Hey, we got such a full show for you today, so I'm not going to waste any time here, so let's go ahead and jump right on up in this thing, all right? So now check this out. From politics to pageants, we are gearing up to close 2019 out with a bang. Now, Christmas is right around the corner, and like Lizzo, who wore a buttless tall tee to the Lakers game, if you haven't shown your butt all year, now is definitely the time. Now, it is a must to live your best life. Our couple, career, family, and everything goals are continuously being expanded by the Obamas. Now, this dynamic duo recently purchased a near $12 million home in Martha's Vineyard. They say home is where the heart is. And I'm going to say that my heart is saying that it wants to be in a $12 million mansion one day, too. Switching gears real quick now, George Zimmerman is back in the news. That's right. Zimmerman, the Florida neighborhood watchman who was accused of murdering 17-year-old Trayvon Martin back in 2012, filed a $100 million lawsuit against the team's family for defamation of character. Now, Martin's family's attorney, in a statement, called the lawsuit unfounded and a shambles attempt to profit off the lives and greed of others. Now, this is a story that I'm going to be following as time moves forward. I just think this is so interesting. In more positive news, imagine going into Walmart to get groceries for the holiday season. You get to the register just to find out everything in your basket is paid for in full. Well, that's exactly what happened at a Palm Springs Walmart, where a 43-year-old woman began paying for the groceries of many of the shoppers that were in the store. Now, the 43-year-old woman claimed to be a lottery winner who was spreading her wealth, but the person really turned out to be singer-songwriting Sia, who's known for her famous hit, Chandelier. I'm gonna swing. I'm not gonna sing, but she is known for performing in a wig that covers most of her face, but her cover was blown by a fan who recognized her in the store. Tyler Perry Studios here in Atlanta recently hosted the 2019 Miss Universe pageant. Miss South America, in all of her undeniable beauty, was voted queen and rightfully crowned. Now, for the first time in the pageant's world history, all 4 major titles, Miss America, Miss USA, Miss Teen USA, and now Miss Universe, are all held by Black women. Speaking of voting, the 2020 presidential race is coming to form. Now, there are many notable names entering and leaving the race. As difficult as it is to keep track, it is of high importance and your civic duty to exercise your right to vote. Get to the polls, let your voice be heard, and make sure that you go vote. We have a full show for you all today. We have our special guest, Resound, joining in on the show all the way from Richmond, Virginia. They just released a new Christmas album. I have been listening to this album all month long, and I'm blown away by this album, but we have them here today. We are going to be diving deep into the think tank, so you don't want to go anywhere. Make sure that you subscribe and share this video. But for now, it's time for an all-new segment I like to call Culinary Moment with DeVikeo. Hey guys, so this is my all-new segment, Culinary Moment with DeVikeo, and I'm excited to introduce it to you guys today, and I hope that you enjoy it. Now, I thought to myself, what do I want to do? I want to cook. I love to cook. That's something that I do in my spare time, and I thought, let me just go ahead and bring it to the DeVikeoLive Show. So I wanted to make something that if you're asked to bring a sweet treat to a party, something simple, something easy, and something that can be done in less than 45 minutes. So let's hop right in. That's right, it's going to be the Blender chocolate cake. All right, so here are the ingredients for the Blender chocolate cake. You need 6 ounces of milk chocolate, 1 cup of unsalted butter, a half teaspoon of baking soda, a half teaspoon of baking powder, half teaspoon of kosher salt, 1.5 cups of almond flour, 4 large eggs, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, which is about 14 ounces, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/4 cup of boiling water, some icing for topping, and a little bit of powdered sugar for dusting. Now, first things first, we got to get the oven preheated to 350 degrees, which is what I'm about to go do now. And also, I'm going to have to take my chocolate and my butter and melt them together. So check this out. I'll be right back to do that. And when I come back, we'll have it together. Hey, you guys, while that's in the microwave, I hope that you're subscribing to this YouTube channel. If not, go ahead and take a few moments, hit that subscribe button because we got more of the DeVikeoLive Show. All right, so we got our chocolate, we got everything, we got it all melted together. I got the oven set to 350 degrees. I'm preheating, so it's gonna be ready to go. Now, I got my bowl because what we need to do is mix all of our dry ingredients together. So we got 4 dry ingredients that we're gonna mix into this bowl. We got the almond flour, we got the baking powder, baking soda, as well as the kosher salt. So let's go ahead and hop right in. So I got this almond flour right here. Just gonna go ahead and pop that right up in there first. Get all that goodness in there. Then I got my baking powder. We'll just go ahead and bloop, put that in there just like that there with no hesitation. I'll set this bowl to the side. I got my salt here. We'll just go ahead and pop that in there, get all that greatness. Last but certainly not least, this is going to be one of those other ones. I forgot what I put in first, but one of the bacon something. So we'll put that in there. Boom, just like that. Now let's just go ahead and stir this greatness all up together. Mind you, I'm definitely not a chef, but I do enjoy cooking. And this chocolate cake, I can already taste it melting in my mouth. Keep in mind, this is my first time making it, so we're all doing this together. So I'm hoping that it turns out great. I'm gonna be letting my entire family taste it. They don't know yet, it's a surprise. They just wanted something sweet today, so boom, there we go. Now that we got this mixed up, we're gonna sit this off to the side. All right, so we got that set aside. Now we're gonna put our wet ingredients straight into the blender. So what I got here is I got those 4 eggs. We'll just go ahead and boom, put that right up in there. Make sure you get all that. I have my vanilla extract. We'll pour that up in there also. It sounds so good. Yum, I can taste the chocolate cake as it's just good. The further along we go, the more I can taste this chocolate cake. I got my sugar here. We'll go ahead and pop that in there. And last but certainly not least, very thick condensed milk. This is about 1 can, 14 ounces, give or take some. Now, I highly recommend just making sure that you have a spoon because you want to make sure that you get all of that greatness in there also. So we'll just go ahead and scrape it all down just to assist it. And it's all going in there like so. And listen, we got a little bit more. No condensed milk left what? Behind. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so there we go. Now we'll set that to the side if it'll stay. We'll set that to the side also. Got this top, make sure that you have it securely on there because the last thing that you want to happen is for any of this content to come all out and come all over your face. It's gonna take forever to clean up. Now what we wanna do is we wanna blend this for about 2 minutes or so until everything gets combined. So it's gonna get quite loud, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pause the camera real quick because I know you don't wanna hear this blender, or do you? Let's see. I told you it's kind of loud. When we come back, we'll have everything combined together. All right, so we got everything combined together. Now the next step is you're gonna need to add our melted chocolate and butter. Now it says not to have it super hot, but you do need it warm. So we're gonna go ahead and add this to our mixture here. And I do have a spoon because this right here, if you can smell this right now, this is some great stuff. I actually just wanna lick it, but I'm not because it has all that butter in it. But anywho, we're just gonna make sure that we grab all of that melted chocolate and butter and we're just gonna scoot it right in, just like that there. All right, so let's go ahead and make sure we scoop in every bit of that chocolate. And looks like, yeah, there we go. Looks like we got it. So, you know, I'm gonna just go ahead and just not too bad. You can taste more of the chocolate over here. So again, make sure we get all this back on right. Looks like we got it all locked and loaded, and we want to blend it again, just for a few moments, because what we're going to do after this is our dry ingredients. We're going to go ahead and add it to the mixture, as well as that boiling hot water that we got. So we'll just let this go ahead and combine together. It's working, it's magic, it's working, it's working. All right, so now that we got all this mixed up, our dry ingredients, that baking soda, baking powder, the salt, as well as that almond flour, we're just gonna go ahead and add this into the mixture, into the blender, I should say, the blender mixture. That's what we'll call this, because we're gonna go ahead and blend and mix this in as well. You definitely wanna be extremely careful, especially if you're using a big bowl, because it can kind of come out like it's trying to come out the sides that I don't want it to come out. So that's why I'm moving a bit slow. And I'm telling you, the smell of chocolate though, is just taking over the room. I'm excited about. All right, so that's that. Now we'll blend this up a little bit, make sure that we combine all of this together, because lastly I do have the 1/4 cup of hot water. It's been boiling, and we're gonna put that in that last. I'll put that in here last, I should say. But for now, let's just make sure we get all this together. Let this blender just do all the magic. I'm not even dirty. I'm clean. Look at the apron, it's still white. All right, so it's doing its thing, we're waiting. All right, and like I said, I do have the 1/4 hot boiling water. We'll just go ahead and pour that in also. And what are we gonna do once more? You got it right, folks. Gotta pop this blender right back on, and we'll blend one more time just to make sure that everything is combined together. Now after we get done blending this, you're gonna place all of this content that we mixed together in a greased pan. Make sure that you have it greased up because you don't want any of the cake to stick. So let's go ahead and blend. All right, so last things. All right, I pulled out the blades from inside of the blender because I don't want anything to get caught up, but it's just this simple. You're just gonna go ahead and pour it into this grease pan like such. We're gonna pop it in the oven for about 35 to 40 minutes. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna ice this bad boy. So while I let this cake sit, it's time for Combo with DeVikeO. We have a lovely group, Resound. They're gonna be joining in on the show. So while this bakes and does what it needs to do, let's keep on with the show. Hey guys, real quick, just going over the script for the next scene. I wanted to pop in real quick before I get started. Make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you share, make sure you like, make sure you tag your family and your friends. This is the DeVikeoLive Show. Make sure you tune in for the rest of the show. Let's get back into the action. All right, I'm ready.
From classical to gospel, this trio is best known for their unique and skillful a cappella arrangements. Their mission is to encourage and provoke individuals to share their God-given gifts and talents with others, just as they have. Their arranged a cappella harmonies have caught the attention of many artists such as John P. Key, J.J. Harrison, David Crowder, and Ariana Grande, just to name a few. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome all the way from Richmond, Virginia, Joseph, Jessica, and Mariah, better known as Resound. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the DeVikeoLive Show. I am so honored to have you guys on, and I'm just gonna hop right into this interview. Is that all right with y'all?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So first things first, I asked everybody the same questions once they come on. If nobody knew who you was, nobody heard your music, nobody knew anything, how would you explain Resound?
That's a good question.
Ooh.
I think the way you could just describe us is that everything that we sing is going to take you on a journey. You might be in Africa today. You might be in Israel the next. You might be in, California on the beach somewhere. You might, we can put you anywhere with what we decide. We try to make everyone feel what we're feeling as we are arranging the song or what the song means to us. I don't know if that answered your question.
Well, I can piggyback a little bit. Two words to describe, I think, would be like powerful and dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I those two.
Loud.
Screams.
I say everything that you do is magical.
Oh,
That's just from the outside looking in. That's what I have to say.
that's good.
I remember the very first time that I saw anything from Resound. Can you guess what it was though?
The Disney medley.
Oh my God, that is the first video that I've ever saw. That's the first video that I've ever seen. I just remember the whole. I'm a big fan of Lion King. I have to say that. And
Three songs in there.
once you guys did the Circle of Life, it kind of took my breath away. So that's by far probably one of the best things that I've ever seen. And believe it or not, I watched that thing it was so long ago. I watched it in the morning, watched it while I was getting dressed. I listened to it at night. It was on repeat, let me tell you.
Thank you.
But how did you guys find each other? How did Resound come about?
So we actually, Joe and I, our families are friends, so we kind of grew up together, went to the same schools, all of that, and we met Mariah in high school. And, she was singing circles around us. We were like, who is this kid? And so we started singing in like local groups and stuff like that. We were kind of like the common denominators everywhere we went. And then it kind of happened by accident. One week it was just us at a rehearsal, and we started doing our first arrangement before we knew what that meant. And we didn't plan it at all. We didn't have a name or anything like that. People were asking us for more, and now we're here.
And fun fact, we're only a cappella because we didn't have music on our first arrangement. We just didn't have it.
We just had to do what we had to do.
Well, it's amazing that I think you can tell a true singer from somebody who can sing a cappella. So you guys are actual true singers. I only dream of singing that way. If you ever need a guest to come in and be a part of any song, give me a call, I promise. It may not sound as good as you, but I could do something in the back. Okay? So, the main reason that I wanted to get you guys on the show, as you can tell, this is an ugly sweater show. Hence the reason I got my llama or whatever this is in the front. Thank you. I do appreciate it. But you guys just recently released an album, First Christmas by Resound. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so this album is going to take you on a crazy musical journey, right? Just like your bio, you were saying from classical to gospel. Well, with this album, we're really reaching everybody. We wanted it to have some universal sounds. We wanted to have some of our gospel roots. We all come from church. But we also have some jazz. We have some amazing a cappella arrangements that of your favorite, Christmas carols and Christmas classic songs. I mean, it is really an outstanding album. And I mean, I know that, we're on it. So, I mean, we can toot our own horn a little bit. But as a musician, as a singer, you would really appreciate it because it really touches a lot of different genres, and it just puts you into a place to get you ready for the this Christmas season and put you in the Christmas spirit. Love, hope, and joy is what we echo. Resound is to echo and to proclaim. And so we just want to, put our gifts out there, and I think we've done a great job with this album. Yeah.
Definitely. I'm real big. Me and my family, I will say that we're big when it comes down to Christmas time. And one thing that we do like is to just play Christmas around the house just to get us in the Christmas spirit. Just from listening to this album, I noticed that you guys had a lot of remakes, such as Mary Did You Know, Silver Bells, Go Tell It. But one that actually stood out to me, and it kind of hit home with what we're going through in this world, is What the World Needs Now. Which was originally created by Jacqueline DeShannon back in '65. Mm-hmm. What made you guys decide to put that particular track on this album? Like I said, in a time such as now.
I think you kind of answered your own question. I think we felt like it was so needed in this time. A lot of things can seem divided. Politics, just beliefs, anything just can seem divided. And I think that all we need to put in between that division is love to bring people together. And I think that was the reason why we were like, this is just such a appropriate song for the season. And I think it's something that could be appropriate every month of the year. Yeah. So that was the reason why we put it on our CD.
Yeah. Well, I have to say thank you for that. I have been around so many I'm a flight attendant by day. That's my main job. So I play this song I play music on the plane as people are boarding, and that album has kind of taken over my boarding music. And many people, I've gotten so many compliments. They love the album, and of course, the first thing that they ask is, what is this? And I'm like, oh, it's Resound. You have to download it. Give me your phone. I'll show you how to do it right now. And it's this album is definitely something that everyone needs in their home, and I can definitely vouch for that. But tell the people, how can they download it? I'll let them hear from you.
Sure. We are. They both looked at me. We're available on all digital outlets. So we got iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, Tidal, TikTok, YouTube. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. There are some ones I've never heard of before, but there are on those too. And so you can find it everywhere. We have the link in our bio on Instagram where you can just click on it, and we made it easy for everybody. Whatever platform you use, they can just press it.
Okay, and I'll definitely put that right here on this screen. If you guys look right below, this is the link to the website, also all of their social media. So make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. Something that I did see on your Facebook page that stood out is the scripture that you guys go by and what motivates you as a group. And it's Isaiah 42:12. And it states, make God's glory resound, echo his praises from coast to coast. And that is definitely something that you guys are living by. And I do want to say thank you so much for that. So, guys, check this out. Make sure you guys go get First Christmas by Resound. It's probably the hottest Christmas album out right now. But before I let you guys go about your day and enjoy some of that cold weather that's up there in Richmond, can we play a game?
It's a little cold, a little nip. Yeah. A little bit.
It's kind of cold here in Atlanta too, so hence the reason this sweater came in handy just right. But do you guys want to play a quick game?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, guys, this is it. It's the game. It's called My True Love. Let's play. Hey guys, I'm here with Resound all the way from Richmond, Virginia. I'm going to put something to the test. I'm going to test their knowledge of a game that I just created probably about 30 minutes ago as I was in the car, and it's called My True Love. So many people know the 12 Days of Christmas, right? Mm-hmm. Last night I was singing it, and I thought to myself, the only way that I can get it right is I have to sing them in order. I have to start from one, then go from first to the second day, from the second to the third. So I want to see if you guys know it out of order. I'm going to pick a random day, and you have to tell me whatever your true love gave you on that particular day. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so first things first. My true love gave me what on the fourth day?
Turtle dove.
About it. You're not right. That's four calling birds. Four calling birds. Four calling birds. Yes. All right. Now this one you should definitely get. Okay. My true love gave me what on the 12th day?
12.
No, that's 3.
Almost. Let's get it. 5.
French hit.
12.
No, French hit. What was that?
12 dancing.
Dancing.
No, it's gonna be 12 drummers drumming.
Okay.
You got the next one.
All right, how about on this one? We'll do 3 more.
Okay.
My true love gave me what on the 5th day?
5 golden rings.
Of course, 5 golden rings. See, that was the easiest one. Yes, I was gonna try to sing it, but I decided not to. All right, how about this? My true love gave me what on the 1st day?
A partridge in a
pear tree.
Of course. Yeah, I knew you could get that one. Last but certainly not least, my true love gave me what on the 9th day? Let's break the tie. It's two for 2.
9. It's not turtle doves.
No.
It's not French hens.
No, you got one more guess.
No, how is that one guy?
What is this? What is that a sign? Are you giving us?
No, that's actually it could be a sign. Yes, that could very well be a sign. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing?
Nine.
You're dancing.
Yes.
Nine.
But who was dancing on the 9th day?
9
Santa Claus.
people dancing. It was people.
9. I'll give it to you. It was 9 ladies dancing. We'll give you that point.
I had it right.
You did. So you were right. They were all wrong.
I said people dancing.
Resound, thank you so much for joining us all the way, like I said, from Richmond, Virginia, here in Atlanta. It's definitely been a pleasure to talk to you. But before we go, I'm going to hit a little commercial break. Can you guys sing something for us?
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your friends. Good tidings of Christmas and a Happy New Year. Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy No. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Big shout out to Resound, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Bye.
What's up? As you can tell, I'm a little sore throat right now. Not really sore throat, but hosting this show is requiring so much talking. And I have a nice cold bottle of water. Boom, it's gonna be right here. I need you to do me a favor though. I can't drink this water until you subscribe. So go ahead and subscribe now. The moment that you hit that subscribe button, I can take a nice gulp, a nice sip, and be well hydrated for the rest of the show. So I'm just gonna wait for it. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3. What are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe. Okay, you got it? Good. Now let's get back to the show. Everything in your life is birthed from the type of perspective you use to guide your path. The year 2020 is making a debut in 14 days. We should all take the time to stop and truly focus on what we want the new year to look like for us. When we approach life with a positive outlook, everything will fall into place, one piece at a time. Cake is ready, it's cool, and now we're ready for the most important part, and that's gonna be the toppings. So here we go. I got powdered sugar, like I told you earlier, and I have some icing, and we're gonna use both. So first, I'm gonna start off with a little bit of powdered sugar, just get like a little pinch, and then we're just going to magically put it across. Pinch on there. You can do as much or as little as you want. Keep in mind, I'm making this for the little brothers and sisters that I got. So the sweeter, the better. And plus, it just looks good. Okay, so that's that. All right, so next after that, what we're gonna do is we're going to apply some of the icing. So I'm gonna get a nice little spoonful here, just plop it, boop, 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 right there in the center. I'm gonna do 2 because I love icing. All right, that's all we're gonna use for there. And then I'm going to get my icing spatula, or whatever you call this thing. I just know I see a lot of bakers use it for icing. And we're just going to spread it all up through there. So just gonna keep spreading all the way around. And the good thing is you don't have to like make it like a birthday or a wedding cake or something like that. You put the icing how you want it. So if you just want to have it right up here in the center, which I kind of actually like this setup because what it's going to do is it gives you a hunk in the top. So once I cut it, everybody has their own slice, and they can take some of the icing from the top, slide it on the bottom, and that way you can control the level of icing that you want. So what do you guys think? More icing? Yes, no, maybe so? Yeah, let's just go ahead and just put one more little dab up in there. Because again, it's not for me, it's for my brothers and sisters. They're young, they like it sweet. The sweeter, the what? The better. That's right. So again, just keep coming on around. And ladies and gentlemen, what we're gonna do, top it off with one more layer of thy powdered sugar. So I'll get all that ice and just let it just sit there. And we'll sit that there. Get some more powdered sugar. And one more little drizzle. Boom. And I present to you, ladies and gentlemen, what I like to call the Blender chocolate cake. We had our think tank. We talked to Resound. We did a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I started the cooking of the cake. I'm gonna place this up here because we no longer need that. And this is gonna be my slice. And just, if you guys could be in here and just smell this, it smells so good. Just take the inside. It looks like it's moist. I hate that word, but it does like it's moist. And now my mouth is getting watery just thinking about it. So let's go in for the first try. Again, never have I ever made this, so this is a first. The Blender chocolate cake. It's still warm inside. It's still moist. The icing is perfect. Guys, do what you gotta do. Rewind it. Go ahead and make this. This is probably one of the best cakes that I've ever tried. Thanks so much for watching. Go ahead and subscribe. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the show as much as I did. Big shout out especially to Resound for joining in with us all the way from Richmond, Virginia to talk about their new album, First Christmas. Make sure you guys get out there and download it. It's available on every digital platform. It's definitely some good to play around the house because I'm actually about to go and play it myself. Doesn't matter what you're doing this holiday season, just remember to put family first. Family is the most important thing that we have. And at the end of the day, that's all you're going to have. So get out there, have fun with family, play games, talk to your family, and just enjoy this holiday season. On behalf of all of the family here at the DeVikeoLive Show, especially my very own family, I want to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and cheers to many more holidays. Thanks so much for watching. Go out there and be safe. Bye now.